Hey guys, hi guys, it's me, Ethan, and welcome back to part two of Revolting Revenge on the Radioactive Robot series. Let's get started. Chapter 8, Mission Impossible. Instantly, the two tiny tippies zapped forward in time, only to find themselves knee-deep in something creamy and coconutty and marshmallowy. Honey said was playing her damn table. We were setting up the damn table. Two pairs of pants are walking around in our brasa salad. Oh really? Said her son, and I'm the one seeing the therapist. Tiny Tippy slightly younger Tiny Tippy. Crown. Yeah. Crawled out of a serving bowl and shook off the pineapple chunks and mandarin orange slices that had stuck to their legs. Then they jumped to the floor and slipped through the mail floor and the front door. The mail slide. Quick, outside you hear the crashing sounds of the terrifying battle between Captain Underpants and Big Tippy. The two tiny tippies ran toward the noises until they arrived at the school's football field. Captain Underpants had just started pulling Tippy's robo arms. One by one, the rivals, the Revolting and Captain and in the rebel suit, thick steel belt began to pop. Captain Underpants yanked and tugged and pulled. And finally, the rebel suit tore out with a terrible clank. Tiny Tippy and slightly younger Tiny Tippy ran over to the place where Captain Underpants had dropped the upper portion of the rebel suit. Quickly, they searched through the twisted metal until they found what they were looking for, the Goosey Girl 4000. Outside, they could hear the crackling sounds of Big Tippy zapping himself back in time. A blinding flash lit up the nighttime sky as the two Tippies dragged the Goosey Girl 4000 from the wreckage and carried it away with them through the parking lot. Soon they came to a darkened street behind some old warehouses. Okay, said Tiny Tippy. You zap me, then I'll zap you. Hey, said slightly younger Tippy. Okay, you get to go first. Because I'm slightly older than you, said Tiny Tippy, and slightly more mature. All right, said slightly younger Tiny Tippy, who could not argue with it. With the fact that Tiny Tippy was indeed 10 minutes more mature than himself. Let's just do this thing and get it over with. He aimed the Goosey Girl 4000 and Tiny Tippy and jumped up on the buttons. And before you can even say, Blizzard, Blizzard, a beam of energy zapped Tiny Tippy, causing him to grow 30 feet tall. Zap me again, said Tiny Tippy. Alright, just like the younger Tiny Tippy. But then you'll zap me, right? Sure, said Tiny Tippy. I promise. Blizzard, with another bright beam of energy. This time, Tiny Tippy grew to be 60 feet tall. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha, he laughed. Behold, I have been reborn as a super mega Tippy. My turn, cried the younger Tiny Tippy. Super mega Tiny Tippy reached down and grabbed the greasy girl for thighs and tucked it into the hole of his electrical panel and waved goodbye to slightly younger Tiny Tippy. Hey! Cried slightly younger Tiny Tippy. Tippy, what about me? Sorry, said Super Mega Tippy. But this is a job for a man, not a little boy like you. Chapter 9. Meanwhile, 7 pages ago, 65 million years earlier, Big Tippy had chased our heroes to the jagged edge of a cliff overlooking the lake. Crackers grabbed Children Hill by their shirt collars, and they all sailed safely over the edge of the cliff to join Captain Underpants in the cloud. But Big Tippy's Tyrannosaurus Rex screeched to a halt at the cliff's edge, roared ferociously at the 5 flying friends. We won! Captain Underpants laughed at Tippy. Now it's our turn to chase you. This isn't a game, yo, Big Tippy. This is it. He leaped off of the neck of Captain Underpants. The T-Rex then grabbed Captain Underpants with his patent robotic extendo-flex making handy gripper. Together, they fell 1,000 feet into the lake below. When he emerged from the depths of the lake, something had changed. Tippy was still just as nasty ornery as ever, but Captain Underpants looked different. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on here? Yelled the angry looking hero. Oh no, cried George. Captain Underpants got water on his head. He changed back into Mr. Crow. Quick, Crackers! Call on. Try to fly us down there as fast as you can. Crackers glided down toward the tempestuous struggle below, and the boys snapped their fingers at their might. But it did not go. Good. Mr. Cripshead was soaking wet, but he could not change back into Captain Underpants. Well, look what I just figured out, cried Big Tippy. Captain Underpants turns back into a crabby old elementary school principal whenever he gets wet. You leave him alone, yelled George, still snapping his fingers in vain. Yeah, cried Hera. It's not a fair fight anymore. Wow, laughed Big Tippy incredulously. He's gotta be the world's easiest superhero to defeat. I could have destroyed him with a squirt gun. Yep. All you gotta do is... Suddenly, a blinding flash lit the world around them. Then came the footsteps. Terrible, defying, tumultuous footsteps that shook the earth With each son of the rainstorm, finally a master's shadow spread across the lake. Big Tippy looked up. It was Super Mega Tippy. Hey, shouted Big Tippy. He quickly checked his jacket pocket and found it to be empty. Where do you come from? How'd you get so big? Where's the other one? None of that's important now, said Miss Super Mega Tippy. What's important is who's in charge. Hey, you'll never believe this, said Big Tippy, ignoring his diet. Full double. I just figured out if you get Captain Underpants wet, he loses his superpowers. His weakness is water, said Super Mega Tippy. Wow, really? Hey, I know, said Big Tippy. I couldn't believe it myself. But, hey, I'm gonna destroy him real quick. Then we can get out of here and rule the world. Understand? You're not gonna destroy him, said Mega Tippy. I am. Now on our boat, said Big Tippy. I caught him. Now I'm gonna destroy him. Oh yeah, said Mega Tippy with a growl. That made the surface of the lake tremble. That made the surface of the lake tremble. Growl, tremble. Well, I'm bigger than you, so I'm gonna decide who destroys who. He took a giant step toward Big Tippy and reached down with an extendo flex, make a handy gripper. Not so fast, cried Big Tippy as he pressed a button on his control panel, causing the back of his robo pants to lower. Suddenly, a gigantic metal arm emerged from the depths of Tippy's giant robo, revealing a 40-ton thermonuclear bomb. You take one more step closer, and now blow us up. You all the smithereens, Big Tippy. You are forgetting something. Yelled Super Mega today. I have a bomb too, and it's a lot bigger than yours. Super Mega Tippy took a step closer as Big Tippy pressed the button. Suddenly, a lamp on the side of the bomb began to flash red. A computerized voice began to flash red. A computerized voice emanating from the bomb's armory system began to count down. This bomb will detonate in 60 seconds, said the voice. You pressed the button, screamed Super Mega Tippy incredulously. I can't believe it, you actually pressed the button. I don't care, said Big Tippy. I've been working on my revenge for years. I'm not gonna let you rob me of this moment. I don't care if he kills me too. This bomb will detonate in 45 seconds, said the bomb. We can't turn these bombs off, you know. Soon, said Super Mega Tippy. Once the countdown starts, it's over. I told you, I don't care, said Big Tippy. I just want to be the one who finally destroys Captain Underpants. Super Mega Tippy reached down with an uncoiling extendo flex making handy gripper and cut Mr. Cup's face. Cut Mr. Cup free. Hey, screamed Big Tippy. What are you doing? Hey, he's mine, said Super Mega Tippy as he drew back his foot. But what about me, said Big Tippy. What about my bomb? Your bomb? Your problem. Your bomb? Your problem, said Super Mega Tippy as he kicked Big Tippy with all his might. Chapter 10, when Billy killed the dinosaurs. screamed Big Tippy as he sailed into the clouds with an incredible speed. This bomb will detonate in 30 seconds, said the bomb. Big Tippy flew across across North America, soaring faster and faster through the stratosphere. This bomb will detonate in 15 seconds, said the bomb. Big Tippy began to lose altitude. He sailed toward the Gulf of Mexico. This bomb will detonate in 5 seconds, said the bomb. This bomb will detonate in 5 seconds, said the bomb. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finally, Big Tippy landed off the coast with the Yucatan Peninsula with a violently colossal splashdown as seen below. Zip. Kabloosh! The massive explosion that followed blew a chunk in the earth, 15 miles deep and more than 60 miles wide. Terrible earthquake shook the entire planet as a gigantic tsunami sent a towering wall sweater of seawater running across the continent. What's happening? Cried George. It's that dumb nuclear bomb, shouted Super Mega 2. It triggered the start of the Kenotic era. I'm gonna become extinct if I don't get out of here. Quickly, Super Mega TV set his Tinkle Time Travel Meter for 64, 783, 216 years into the future and press the away we go button. Suddenly, gigantic quantum lightning began shooting out of Super Mega TV's robo pants. As a ball of blue lightning enveloped him, "Quick, crackers!" cried Harold, as the thick volcanic ash began blackening out of the sun. Fly into the blue light. It's our only chance to escape. Crackers pointed his long reptilian neck toward the crackling orb, and the four friends sailed downward into the blinding blue lightning. Chapter 11. 206,784 years ago. A flash of white light filled the mid-afternoon haze and the Pleistocene epoch. The crystal blue blank that had once been there was now gone. In its place were savanna plains stretching out to thick forested hillsides and rocky caves. All was quiet except for the sound of the insects, birds, and a faint rhythmic dirring far off the forest. Where are we? Asked George. I think the better question would be, when are we? I said, yeah. Super Mega Tippy was surprised to see George and Helen and Crackers in the scene. Well, he said. It looks like we have 4 stowaways. But Super Mega Tippy did not realize that it was a slightly younger Tiny Tippy at it was slightly younger Tiny Tippy. It was like a younger Tiny Tippy who at that very moment was carefully crawling down the bottom of Super Mega Tippy's shirt. That stupid Mega Tippy thinks he can lie to me and get away with it. Says like a younger Tiny Tippy. Slightly younger Tiny Tippy. Said slightly younger Tiny Tippy. Said slightly younger Tiny Tippy. I said slightly younger Tiny Tippy as he jumped onto the control panel. But I'll teach him a lesson he'll never forget. Slightly younger Tiny Tippy pried up and on the vent and slipped effortlessly into the wiry innards of the control panels. Right into the control panels. First, he reversed the polarity of on the Emma's flying, salsa flying, imitated. Then switched the blue-green and wires on the reverse smoggy blade tracto make fractionalizer. Finally, he snipped all of the wires to VCB 4000s off of. Ha 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 ha. Last night I got Tiny Tippy. Next time that big jerk uses his VCB 4000s, he's going to get a big surprise. Meanwhile, the drama outside was getting serious. Super Mega Tippy sweated out heels as they soared bravely toward the lone Indian sky. Crackers skillfully through the Indian sky. Crackers skillfully swooped and dived and looped as the extendo flex mechanic gripper whizzed at them. But Super Mega Tippy quickly became impatient and unleashed two more extendo flex mechanic grippers. Poor Captain Vance could not over-maneuver them all at. Poor Crackers could not over-maneuver them all. And the four friends were soon captured. I've got you now, screamed Super Mega Tippy. Hey, look, said George, pointing at the ground behind Super Mega Tippy. There's a bunch of cave people down there watching us. I'm not fine with that trick, said Super Mega Tippy. As soon as I turn around, you guys are going to try to escape. No, seriously, Sarah. We're not lying. Look behind you. Super Mega Tippy glanced quickly and noticed that the boys were indeed telling the truth. Standing behind him at the edge of the forest were about a dozen of very surprised-looking cave people staring up in dumbfounded bewilderment. You boys shouldn't be surprised to see cave people, said Super Mega Tippy, as he studied the strange prehistoric people. We're in the middle of a pre-Pleistocene epoch. This means this is around the time that the first human families started to appear on Earth. I'll bet you dumb kids didn't know that, did you? Super Mega Tippy turned to smile hotly at George and Emma, but of course they were gone. Sue had been through three of the extendo flex mechanic grippers, and the four friends had fluttered away. No! Screamed Super Mega Tippy as he stomped his gigantic feet in frustration. The startled cave people screamed and ran in terror back to their homes in the deep forest. Super Mega Tippy grabbed some strong knives and tied Mr. Crump to a boulder underneath a waterfall. There he sneered. This should keep you moist and powerless until I get back. Then he stormed into the forest searching for George and Chapter 12. Calling on Cave Review. How are we ever going to get out of this mess? Said Harold. I don't know, said George. But we're going to need Tippy Tinkle trousers if we ever want to go back home. Are you kidding? We can't trust that guy. He can't trust himself. I know, said George. But Tippy has a time machine and we don't, so we're going to have to defeat him. But we need an army to defeat that guy, said Al. So let's go get an army, said George. The four friends glided above the grassy plains as they followed the sounds of beating drums. Soon they arrived at the forest. Drumming was getting louder and louder. Crackers swooped down and landed behind some bushes near the caves. Just beyond them was some cave people village. George and Harris and Crackers and some heaped over the big bushes as they watched the cave people go about their daily routines. They seemed peaceful. George decided to speak up. Hello, said George. We come in peace. We are friends. The cave people looked confused and startled. They did not seem to understand. Maybe they don't speak English, said Harold. Hello, said George, who only spoke one other language. I'ma see in the way. Okay. Anyway, array in this fray, that didn't work either. The cave people grunted and sniffed at George and their pets, but they did say nothing. Suddenly, off in the distance, the sound of the gigantic footsteps came thundering through the deep forest. Tippy was coming with, and he was getting closer and closer with each step by step. I know you're in that village, Tippy screamed, but you can't hide from me. Tippy crashed through the trees and stomped into the village, knocking over huts, smushing everything in sight. The terrified cave people grabbed their children and ran out for the safety of the caves behind their village. George and Helen and Crackers and Sue ran into the caves also and hid with the cave people. In the darkness of destruction, outside continued crash. After a while, some cave teenagers started a campfire. The flickering light illuminated the massive walls of the caves as the cave people whimpered and huddled together in horn. Wow, said George. Some army they turned out to be. It's not their fault, said Harold. They've never seen a giant robo hands before. They're just scared. If we could only communicate with them, said George. That's gotta be some way. There's gotta be some way to reach them. Harold looked up at giant blank walls. Okay, up the cave. How about pictures? He asked. Hey, good idea, said George. Harold walked over to the campfire and grabbed a charred smoking stick from the burning cinders. Then he went to one side of the giant cave and started to create the world's first cave jar. At first, the cave people were astonished. They had never seen anything like it. They had never seen anybody draw before. where they laughed and played and jumped up and down every time Harold drew something new. When Harold drew Tippy and his rubber pants, the cave people became frightened. They grunted nervously and lowered their heads in fear and submission. Wow, said Harold. How are we ever going to change their minds about Tippy? I know, said George. Let's make a warrantless comic. They'll understand that. Good idea, said Harold. Let's do it. So George and Harold found a letter and began creating the world's very first comic. The cave people watched the excitement as George and Harold's tale unfolded. Soon their opinions about Tippy and his rubber pants began to evolve. Chapter 13, the world's oldest comic, starring Ook and Glock. Chapter 14, Clash of the Cave People. Once the cave people read George and Harold's cave comic, they stopped being afraid of Tippy and his rubber pants. Now they were inspired. Quickly, they divided themselves into groups and began planning their counterattacks. As George watched as the cave people grabbed their own charred sticks from the fire and began drawing out elaborate plans, even though they could only speak in grunts and groans, they all understood comics and they all knew what was needed to be done. Before long, everyone high-fived and sneaked out behind the cave. The cave people ran up to the hillside, trying vines between trees, placing banana peels all over the ground, and setting booby traps everywhere they could think of. Once Harold and Sue hopped onto Cracker's back. Once George, Harold, and Sue hopped onto Cracker's back, he flew around the cave to where Tippy was still busy destroying the house. Oh, Tippy, called George. Where have you been? They're going to miss all the fun. Tippy turned and chased after the four friends who had led him directly into the cave people's trap. As Tippy ran, he glanced down and noticed a vine tied between the tree trunks. Quickly, he screeched out, "Ha ha ha, Tippy, well, did you think I was going to fall for that lame trick?" Tippy rolled his eyes in content as he jumped over the vine and landed on a bunch of banana peels. Zip, bam. Tippy screamed as he slipped and crashed to the ground. When Tippy started sliding on the banana peels down the steep hill toward the cliff below. No! Wailed Tippy as Tippy wailed as he slid faster and faster. Finally, Tippy flipped over the edge of the cliff and tumbled into the tar pit below with a mighty kersploosh. Tippy was furious. He pulled himself up the sticky black tar and screamed, "Is that all you got?" But the cave people had a few more surprises in store for Tippy. "You stupid cave jerks!" Tippy screamed as he as he finally came to a sentence. That isn't all you got, but fortunately for Tippy, there was still more to come. Ah! Screamed Tippy as his tar-covered robo suit caught on fire. Tippy ran shrieking toward a small pond as the flames spread everywhere. Finally, the screaming robotic fireball plunged deep into the cooling waters of the pond with a gigantic splash. George, Hal, Chris, Sue, and the cave people gathered around the edge of the pond to see what had become of their evil nemesis. For a few minutes, everything was calm. Then the surface of water began to chill. Suddenly, Tippy's bruised, battered, and burned robo rose from the bubbling depths of his pond. Is that all you got? Tippy demanded as he lunged toward the cave room and chased after him. But unfortunately, for Tippy, they still had much more pleasantness in store for him. Alright, guys, I'm gonna cut and do a part 3. See you later for part 3. Bye.